Okay, first moon mission, someone said that? I guess so, it's the time. Okay, so extra small parachute, bloop, bloop, like that. Yeah, we're gonna do a very easy moon mission. I just wanna make sure that I know how to do it also in this game here. Okay, so while Pietro of the past builds the rocket and is very focused on what was going on the screen, hello everyone, I'm Pietro of the present, I guess, or of the past for you too, but well, yeah. So I was building the rocket here and putting together the stuff. I realized how much the performances during the building phase in the vehicle assembly building are affected by the spark effects that comes out each time that you put something. Like the game needs to go and search on the drive, I guess, the sparks, and needs to put them in, and those are quite heavy with my poor 1660 Ti 6 GB they have in my laptop. Therefore, yeah, takes some effort. Here I was studying the Delta V requirements that the game tells you that you need to have to go to the moon, and then I come to realize that they are exaggerated, but that's cool. That's a safe way so that you're sure that you have enough Delta V on your rocket. I realized that I forgot a decoupler there. Always remember to check your staging, like Scott Malney always explained us since back in 2011 when the first game, Kerbal Space Program, Kerbal Space Program 1 released. Here obviously I decided to add some boosters just to make sure that I was gonna be able to get to the moon without any problems. Obviously more strats, there is no auto strat enabled right now in the game, therefore we need to put the stuff and attach it on our own. I prefer to put some separatrons to separate the boosters, and you're gonna see later how they will work during this mission. The strats don't do like in Kerbal Space Program 1, that they attach to the closest surface that was there. So like if you were putting it from one part to the other, passing through a surface, it was attaching on the first surface. No, they go in the one behind where you properly place the thing. So we may have to pay attention to that a little more than what we are used to do in Kerbal Space Program 1. And I also added a skipper just to make sure to get out of the atmosphere without any problems and have enough Delta V to get to the moon and enough TWR. So yeah, this is my experience building the rocket. I chose some not too good colors, I guess. I'm gonna need to change them. Here I was surprised because by adding the landing legs, the Delta V at the bottom right there close to the launch button increased for some reason. I don't know why. And yeah, now I guess I'm gonna let you to the Pietro of the past of the live stream of the launch of this mission towards the moon. Let's go. Starting off pitch over maneuver. Vehicle is at 5 kilometers. This is very epic. Main engine throttled down. Okay, should pitch a lot more. Booster separation. Am I losing speed? No, I'm still accelerating, but let's throttle up a little bit more. Okay, now that there are not the boosters anymore, and that I'm not watching at the planet, the speed, like the game is really going faster. Yeah, this is smooth as fuck. What is my apoapsis? Oh, 90 kilometers. Oh shit, I should flatten out more. This is a perfect first stage burn. Oh wow, that effect of the burnout. That's incredible, that's very cool. Okay, we are in space, Val. Let's go. Let's create a maneuver node to circularize. Just like that. Boop, 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 boop. A bit back. Okay. Then we can set the moon as a target. Can I set as target? Okay, right click, set as target. 5 degrees of difference in inclination, not too bad. Guess I could try and lower it a little bit like this. Oh, no, this is making it bigger. Okay, no, I'm completely out of position to make it better. Okay, so I'm gonna shut off all the engines, make sure that everything is off. Let's separate. Nice. Clean booster separation. And now let's time warp until it's time to perform the burn. Okay. Engine ignition. This progress bar here, it's very cool. Oh, look at the moon down there. Coming to you, baby. Okay, so Pietro of the recording here, not of the live stream. Well, here I was adjusting the maneuvers, trying to create a maneuver node to intercept the moon. It's a little bit different from Kerbal Space Program 1, but still makes sense. There is this thing that you cannot see the maneuver node if it is on the other side of the planet and you are watching through the planet, which is kind of annoying when you have to rendezvous with something, but I managed to get it to go to the moon. There is unfortunately no trajectory projection while inside of the sphere of influence of the planet, so you see the sphere of influence but you don't see your trajectory, which is kind of annoying, but as they explained to the YouTubers that went to the preview of the game, it's a bug that they are gonna fix soon. Translunar injection burn startup. Bangarang. Oh, look at the moon coming up from the horizon there. What is this trajectory here? No, oh, this one is mine. What did it what the fuck? Curious. Let's make it like this. 90 kilometers, let's go. Okay, I have still 2000 here and I have 1800 in this other stage. Didn't I? It doesn't want to show me. Oh yeah, I have 4600 more. Yeah, I guess that they want to keep it safe. Oh, look at the more detailed zone because it's the Kerbal Space Center. Yeah, I guess that they just want to keep it safe and make sure that you're gonna get there by giving you way more required data than what it's actually required. Okay, so now this camera is called Celestial instead of Orbital. I don't understand what okay. Wow. This is freaking cool. Yo, we're in the shadow. Boom. Okay, the camera is going around more than I would like to. Yo, we are in the sphere of influence of the moon. Oh wow, they made this shit so beautiful. Oh, lag. Lag. That was a CPU spike. We're about to cross the pericenter. Oh, we already crossed it, okay. So it's time to slow down. We need to enter in orbit around the moon. Wow, look at that. Oh man. Orbital synchronization burn around the moon. And we are in orbit around the moon. Okay, I'm gonna lower the pericenter until 30 kilometers. Then get to the other side. Yeah, we have more than enough to get on the moon and then go back to Kerbin. Okay, so let's flip around. Let's give it a little bit of engine so I can go it faster. Okay. Ah! And then we're gonna use this stage to do the... Oh wait, is that... No, it looked like I saw something. I was wondering if it was one of the Easter eggs. I don't think so though. Okay, I wanna land in some of these planes here. So we're gonna get on the other side of the moon. Then do a burn like around here so that our pericenter falls down on this side. We're gonna put it at 5 kilometers or something similar. So then we are sure that we have all the time that we need to slow down before actually starting to be on a collision course with the moon. Are we on the other side? Yeah, that's fine enough. So let's go at time warp 1. Start the turnaround with the automatic controls this time. Oh, okay. Well, since my orbit was not circular, the pericenter fell down there. So yeah, let's keep it like this. I'm gonna just slow down here and then we're gonna land around that place. So we can time warp until more or less there. Let's watch the sunrise. Oh, we are late for the sunrise, rip. Oh, we saw the Kerbin rise though, which is also cool. So let's flip the camera to not orbital, to not chase horizon, thank you. This is the best camera setting for landing, since it allows you to see, obviously, the horizon, as it's called. It was called, I guess it was called free camera in Kerbal Space Program 1. So we are at 20 kilometers above the ground. 17 kilometers now. Going at 540 meters per second, obviously accelerating since we are going towards the pericenter, or periapsis as you want to call it, of our orbit. Yeah, I guess that's about now. It's the time to start slowing down. So let's go to time warp 1, or normal time. 550 meters per second at 12.5 kilometers of altitude with respect to the lunar surface. Time to start a slow deceleration. Yeah, engine at 10%, 11%. Yeah, that's alright. Can we see Valentina from the windows here? Nope. Unlucky. Okay. So okay, you can directly time warp while decelerating like this without any problems. Our pericenter now is inside of the moon, negative value. So we're going down. Our apocenter is 14 kilometers, which is probably the altitude at which we are now with respect to the sea. Yeah, you see, this is sea altitude, ground altitude. You can just click here. We're gonna stay ground because we wanna know our altitude with respect to the current altitude of where we are above. Okay. While I was time warping though, there is no automatic tracking of the where we are pointing. That's unfortunate. Throttled a little bit up just to make sure that we get the most out of this fuel tank, since we still have 1400 meters per second of that heavy. But not too much, otherwise we're gonna start going up and that's not what we want. I'm gonna stop the tracking. Can I stop the tracking? Just deactivating the SAS and reactivating it, so that we don't block our trajectory instantly. We can manage it a little bit on our own. 6.5 kilometers from the ground, we are more than safe. We have plenty of fuel in both stages. So right now we are starting to be very vertical. You see, as my retrograde marker is going about at the center, in the top of the of our nav ball. So I'm just gonna put myself instead at the center of the nav ball, so that we still have some horizontal speed, and that's gonna allow for the fuel tank to fly away from me when I'm gonna detach and then cancel out the horizontal velocity. Yeah, this is almost way too safe. Let's just make, I guess it's F5 again. It did some noise, but didn't show if I created a quick save or not. I hope so. Okay, so now we can shut off this engine for a second. So let's slow down a little bit more, just for safety. Shut off, separate, and turn on this engine. Let that thing go. Then we're gonna cancel out our horizontal velocity, and you see that thing is gonna continue going that direction, while instead we are gonna go vertical now, and we're gonna proceed for these 4.5 kilometers that we are missing from getting down to the ground. With the engine at 24%, we are barely accelerating, so let's throttle it a little bit up. And now it's slowed down almost too much. Yeah, the terrain takes a lot of effort. It lowers the FPS noticeably. As soon as I just watch at the skybox, the game runs at a way better frame rate. That thing is a 1 kilometer from us, so it's at 3 kilometers from the ground. It's gonna be still some time until it impacts. Let's lower a little bit the engine so that we start falling down, otherwise we're gonna run out of fuel while trying not to be too fast, and that would not be so good. 2 kilometers from us, so there's 2 kilometers before the impact of the thing. I don't know if it's gonna be in range, like physics calculation range of the game, or if it's gonna be out of it while it's gonna impact. Okay, we are picking up speed, obviously we're going at 30 meters per second now, since I throttled down the engine a lot. But that's fine, we have 2200 meters per second relatively. Okay, the debris went out of range before the impact. Or it impacted, but it was so fast, so far away that we obviously didn't have any effect from it. Three kilometers above the ground, going at 50 meters per second approximately. Valentina doing a great job in controlling the spacecraft during this phase of the mission. Okay, now it's time to slow down since we are at 70 meters per second and we are at 1500 meters above the ground. Full throttle on the engine. Now we can slow down. Reduce the throttle, we are at 1 kilometer above the ground, 20 meters per second. We had some physics calculation there because the FPS dropped, which meant that the game was elaborating, processing something. Took it even too safe also this time. Yeah, like this mission has been executed like this because of what happened that I did not circularize correctly previously. And so I was on a bad trajectory, let's say, for this re-entry part. For this, no, not re-entry, for this landing part, for this entry. Guess I can time warp a little bit actually. $275 meters above ground, we are going at 9 meters per second. It's time to not pause the game maybe. Throttle a little bit up the engine. There's our shadow that helps us understand how far away we are from the ground. Oh, we're picking up some horizontal speed that it's not ideal. but this is due to the very slow velocity that we have. "50 meters above the ground. Time to slow down." Oh, we're moving some dust, moving some dust. And there we go! First moon landing in Kerbal Space Program 2. Clean! This was perfect. Let's go. Well done, Valentina. Thank you, Paige. When you have successfully landed or splashed down, you can recover your vessel here. What do you mean? What do you mean I could recover the vessel from the surface of the moon? When you recover your vehicle will be recycled and your crew returned to the KSC for the next mission. Yeah, which is what I did with the previous one, but the crew was not recovered. And I'm kind of scared about it. Let's go. Oh, actually, you can see... this is the Kerbal, just it's because I have a very low quality. This is the only thing that I can see. This is like the head or something. Lol. Unfortunate. Oh no, I didn't want to put another camera. Body, flight camera, chase, horizon. Yes, this one. Jump. Whee! Okay. Let's fly. Sign in. Can I call this? To. I cannot rambles. To the moon. Okay, guys. And there we have it. Our first flag on the moon in Kerbal Space Program 2. We are ready to go back to Kerbin. We did our mission, so let's do this. Full throttle. And let's head to the east. Let's retract the legs because why not? We can do it, so don't look at the surface of the moon so that the game runs smoother. Once the apoapsis is above, I don't know, 5-6 kilometers, something like that. Let's go full horizontal so that we just get as much horizontal speed as possible and don't waste in vertical speed that we don't need for now. Because by going horizontal, the trajectory is gonna start to circularize as soon as possible and then the apoapsis is gonna raise afterwards. You see like how much the periapsis down here is being affected. Still have half of the fuel, 1400 meters per second of delta V. That should be enough. We're gonna wait until the apoapsis is about 30 kilometers, something like that. It's a good height. See? 40. Okay, yeah, like that. So we can now easily get into orbit. Oh, look how close I was to the moon arch. Okay, so I know that the moon arch is very close to where I landed. To where I planted the flag. Around here. Where is it? A little bit above that crater. We need to come and visit this. Oh, you can see also from here that it has the solar system map that we saw in the trailer. Okay, so let's time warp until the apocenter. Then we can simply point forwards, prograde. This little circle with the how do you want to call it? These three things. And go full throttle. We are in a circular orbit around the moon. Oh, look at Kerbal. That's nice. I guess it will be even better with a good quality setting, but you know, it is what it is. Create a maneuver node here. Let's burn in the other direction so that our trajectory is gonna be re-entering in the sphere of influence of Kerbin after leaving the one of the moon. And it's gonna get lower, turn around until we find that the pericenter, the periapsis around Kerbin is as low as possible. Click onto it to see this, the height, 1495 kilometers. Let's burn a little bit longer. Let's try to move it around a little bit more. Oh, like this. How much is it? 144 kilometers, yes. A little bit more. Oh, 9 kilometers. Nope, that's a little too small. Usually 30 kilometers. Yeah, 30 kilometers, it's perfect. How can I say that? Yeah. 33.45 something. Yeah, that's nice. So we have to perform this burn in 26 minutes. Let's just use the feature of the game that allows us to fast forward the time until there. Oh, these circles here that show you the sphere of influence are so cool. Get with it, girl. Bada bam bam. Time warp limited to proximity, okay. And I guess, so it tells me that I need to start the burn in 45 seconds, but 40 seconds is the time that we are gonna get there. How much does the burn last? It doesn't tell me. Huh. Okay, so it's a prograde burn, obviously, because we need to accelerate in the direction of the orbit to escape the moon there. Starting in 20 seconds. They are counting down for the time at which I'm gonna have to perform the burn. Ah, so like I put the maneuver planner here, but the start of the trajectory is there. Ah, now I get it. And it's the time. Full throttle. Yeah, because now the periapsis is gonna move with me, and then from here I'm gonna start this kind of trajectory. That's cool. Very clever. Okay. 15 seconds to the end of the burn. You have 1000 meters per second of delta V. And this is the last delta V that we need. Then there is no need to slow down any further. Let's just check our pericenter here. Can just erase this maneuver node. Throttle a little less. And let's go until it goes to 30. Bloop! Ah, a little too much. That's alright. Okay. Bye bye, moon. Was cool visiting you. Let's crank up the time warp. 1000 times. Let's go. We are back inside of the atmosphere, so it's better to decouple this thing. Turn around, maybe orient ourselves in a re-entry configuration. 55 kilometers above the ground. Let's ask Valentina to hold retrograde. And that's the moon where we were up to a second ago. Crank up some time warp. What is this one? Times 4, okay. Times 2, times 4, okay. So in the atmosphere it is times 4 like as it was in Kerbal Space Program 1. Let's hope that now it's gonna let me activate the parachute without problems, as I said gave me problems previously. It's not gonna be a splashdown, unfortunately. But timing the re-entry from the orbit of the moon to be sure to re-enter. Close to the space center it's not so easy, so I never bothered to do that. Ah, okay, now you can see her. Ah, so previously we were seeing her helmet for some reason. Oh, look, she has the same screen that we have here. Look at that. That's so cool. Okay, 10 kilometers above the ground. Look at those valleys, look at the details. That's amazing. Let's slow down the time warp and deploy the parachute. Whee! It's gonna deploy at 1 kilometer above the ground. I really like the fact that there is a sound for every setting that you touch, everything that you manage. Parachute deployed. And we're gonna go at 6.5 meters per second. Fine by me. Ideally we could go at 4 meters per second, that would be a little better. That's still like 15 kilometers per hour, which when you land on your back at that speed, you know, you better have some how are they called? Some good dampers on the spacecraft. Wait, these are the reaction control thrusters? Are these some incorporated reaction control thrusters or what? Huh. Who knows? 500 meters above the ground. $100. But if in the settings I deactivated the trees, why is it so full of them? Why are they at such high altitude? Maybe I need to restart the game to... Wow, they are really high definition. Oh, these are some pine trees. These are the trees that are around my house in Italy. Okay, so there you have it. We went to the moon, we came back. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. It's a different experience from Kerbal Space Program 1 and it takes some time to get used to it, especially for people like me that have been playing Kerbal Space Program 1 since 2013, so it was 9 years and a half that I was used to one way of playing this game. Seeing it with these different textures, with a different method of building the rocket, with different parts, was kind of refreshing and very, very cool. A little hard to get accustomed to, but I hope that I was able to give you some insights of what you can and need to do to get to the moon. Here I was having fun around with the pine trees and with Valentina penetrating the terrain and nothing. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Maybe leave a like, it's gonna help. Maybe sub. I'm gonna make other Kerbal Space Program videos, other tutorials, funny stuff like this, and nothing. Thank you so much, have a nice day and catch you next time. Bye bye.